What's everybody? We are back today with another episode. But before we get into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and don't forget to leave a comment down below. And we will see you guys in the episode. What's everybody? We are back today with another podcast, Bro to Bro edition, the Cosmo edition, and back here with my co-host, my big bro Marshall. And in today's video, we were talking about. Let's go. Today's video, we'll be talking about the NFL free agency that's been going on the past couple of days. I know it started Monday, but guys, we're signing today. But we're going to talk about a couple of these guys who have changed teams. Obviously, the first name we'll be talking about is Kenneth Walker Jr. Obviously, or Kenneth Walker the third. My bad. Super Bowl MVP. Leaves the Seahawks and goes to the Kansas City Chiefs on a 3-year deal worth about $45 million, $15 million a year, which is kind of crazy because he's going to be the fourth highest paid running back in the NFL this year coming up. And I was a little shocked that he left, but obviously if you can get paid $15 million a fucking year, I mean, who would not take that for a running back, especially with this market nowadays for them? But just, your thoughts on him leaving that great Seattle team. I'm a little shocked by the news of him leaving. So it's just, but I don't know. What's your thoughts on him leaving, going to Kansas City of all the teams, if I'm being honest?
Well, I mean, Kansas City's rebuilding once again. I mean, it's funny because they always need to find a couple pieces each year to keep it going. But yeah, it's a great addition for them. They've always had some good running backs, but I think this might be their best one yet.
Because they had Isaiah Pacheco, number 10. He was like the power back, but he's gone now. He's going to Detroit, so they needed another I think Kenneth Walker's like a 2 down back. I don't know if he's a 3 down back because this past year when he played for Seattle, they had the Charbonnet who came in and was a 3rd down back who scored a majority of the touchdowns in the red zone. But I know Kenneth Walker, he's gonna have to get better in the passing game. If he can get better catching the ball, then that offense for Kansas City can be pretty lethal. With obviously, Travis Kelce also announced that he's coming back for 1 more year. I don't know how much of help he's gonna be at receiving the ball, but I mean, he'll be a distraction. But I think Kenneth Walker, for Kansas City, they're gonna have to straighten up the offensive line a little bit because they struggled last year with injuries and stuff like that, not pass blocking or run blocking very well. That's why they were like bottom and rushing this past year. But let's see what they do this year with that. And I don't know. I saw the odds with it. It was kind of funny. They had before he got there, they're like plus 1,500, and they showed afterwards it was plus 1,500 still. So nothing changed for them to be like the favorites to win. But I don't know. I still don't. I don't know. I don't see them going to the Super Bowl with him being on the team, but they'll definitely be a playoff team next year, I think. But that division's gonna be tough with the Broncos and the Chargers and stuff like that. So we'll see what they do next year. Yeah. I think, like I said, Chiefs will be a playoff team next year, but not a Super Bowl team.
I
I don't think
mean,
they're a Super
they're
Bowl
gonna
team
be
yet.
they'll be a playoff team by outscoring teams, but they're just offensive heavy once again. So I mean, we'll see if their defense can step up, make some big plays, but and let's see if Patrick Mahomes can stay healthy, especially off an ACL injury.
Yeah, last thing on the Chiefs too that people forget is they lost their top 2 corners. They traded one and they lost one to free agency. They lost both their corners to the Rams. So I'm very curious. I know they get a 1st round pick out of it, but I don't know. I mean, there's not a lot of corners this year coming out that they can really go after and replace all pro corner and one of your cornerback too. It's gonna be tough for them to. And they're getting older too on defense. They're getting older on defense, not getting younger. So they're gonna have to. And they lost their safety too, so they're losing a lot of guys on defense. They're gonna have to replace. But I don't know. We'll see how the Chiefs do. They're over under on total wins this year is about 10.5. So keep your eye on that as well. The next name up that was kind of I wasn't shocked because you could see like the writing was kind of on the wall a little bit, but Mike Evans leaves the Tampa Bay Bucks after 12 seasons and goes to the 49ers on a 3-year deal worth about $60.3 million. But what's kind of funny, only $16.3 million is actually guaranteed in that contract, which kind of tells you that there's something in the contract where if he underperforms for the 49ers, like they can release him or trade him after the first season too. So if I was Mike, I would probably went because there was an offer that was thrown out to Mike Evans, which was a 1-year, $27 million. I would have went to that team and took the $27 million and going to San Fran, and you're only guaranteed 16.3 out of 60. It's tough.
So he's coming off of an injury as
Well,
he's being traded, or
he
is he
broke his
healthy?
collarbone. He broke his
Yeah. Okay.
collarbone and came back, but now he's going to a San Francisco team that he's gonna be the only receiver there really that's gonna be healthy. And because George Kittle tore his Achilles in the playoffs, so it's him and Christian McCaffrey. So I don't know. They got hurt a lot last year, and I don't know. I mean, if he's the number one guy over there, they're gonna have a tough time. I think scoring some points. Honestly, me though.
Yeah, that whole team cannot not stay healthy.
No.
Even I mean, great. I always have a great season, but then playoff comes around, they literally fall apart. Like they're just falling out like flies. But um, what was the other team he had a chance to go to for 27 million?
They didn't report the team. There was rumors or reports out that there was a team that offered him 1 year for 27 million. I don't know which team it was. It could have been like a Houston Texans team, maybe, but I don't know if the Houston Texans would have paid. I don't know what team would have paid $27 million though for Mike Evans. That's my problem. I don't think Mike Evans is worth over 25 million. If I'm being
You think he's
honest,
gonna get? You think he'll get another thousand yard for next
that
season?
division's gonna be tough. I mean, he's going from the NFC South to division where they're playing the Seahawks and Rams. 4 times. They got to play those teams 4 times total in that division. So I don't know. I don't know. Mike Evans is 33 now, 32, 33 years old, and he's not getting any younger. And he's not gonna be able to move as he as once was a couple years ago. But I don't know. For Mike Evans, there hasn't been one time in his career where he's caught over 100 balls in his career. Hasn't done it once
Well, I
ever.
know who's gonna miss Mike Evans. It's gonna be Lattimore. Saints.
Well, Lattimore got cut from the Commanders, so we'll see where he goes too. But
I hope he ends up in the same division as Mike Evans. That'd be great.
yeah, he's gonna go play for the Seahawks.
Which one of those teams would take him, you think? Just so they can be in the same
I
division.
mean, whatever team needs a corner, for being honest. But I
Well, that's what I'm
don't. I,
asking.
I
Which one
saw
do you
this.
think?
Like, I think, like, there's just Mike Evans in general. Like, I think he's been like a good to great receiver. I just never thought Mike Evans was ever like an elite receiver in the NFL. What I mean by
Is this
elite, I
is
mean
this
like
is clickbait? Shut the up! Oh my god!
when
What are you
when ha-
talking about?
when has Mike
He,
Evans ever been considered a top 2 to top 5 receiver in the NFL in his career? You gotta think about it. In the 2010s, it was hard for him though in the 2010s. You gotta think about it. He was going up against Antonio Brown, Julio Jones, Calvin Johnson, DeAndre
okay.
Hopkins, and AJ
Okay, he might
Green.
not be okay. When you classify as top two, okay, but
Top 2, top
top
5.
10, top
I didn't
10
say
for
top 10.
sure.
I think he's
Okay,
top 10
but
for sure. Top 5, it's a debate for him. You think about it. In his career, right? This is real stats right here. He's never been first team All Pro, never in his career. And he's only been second team All Pro twice. That's it. After that, he's been like the co-leader of touchdowns in 1 year, but he's been a 6-time Pro Bowler. All of us here in that
so
name were all Pros at one point, first team All Pros.
But what year did he have his best year?
Jameis Winston. But think about it, Jameis Winston that year threw for 5,000 yards, and Mike Evans
Yeah.
had 1,500. So,
Yeah. Okay.
but that's what I'm saying too. And look, I think Mike Evans will be a Hall of Famer one day. But this is another. I don't know how
What do
you
you mean
feel about
might
this.
be? He already is
Hmm.
one.
No, I'm saying he's
Super
gonna be
Bowl
a Hall of Famer one
champion.
day. He's gonna be a Hall of
Yeah,
Famer
he
one
will
day.
be for sure.
But I don't know if he's gonna be first ballot. First ballot's
Well,
tough. You gotta be like a. That's what I'm talking about. These All Pros. That's why
well,
Julio Jones for him would
what
be.
else? What else does Mike Evans have to do at this
I think
point to
he's got
become?
to get a first team All Pro or at least two of those before the end of his career, which is gonna be tough because you got all these guys now like Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, JSN, and I mean the other young guys are coming up. Like Malik Neighbors could be one, George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb. It's gonna be tough for him to do it. It's just like I don't know. There's just times where like I feel like Mike Evans like he makes like the most ridiculous catches, but then he drops the easiest catches for some reason. I don't know. It's so weird with him, but he will be a Hall of Famer
Yeah.
one day. But I don't think he's a first ballot. That's just my take. I think it's fair. He could be a second year guy. You gotta think about it, like Larry Fitzgerald like was a first ballot Hall of Famer. Is he Larry Fitzgerald? I don't know. I don't know. They're saying that Larry Fitzgerald caught or had more tackles and drop passes.
Well, Larry's in a different class, that's for sure.
And it's crazy. Like Terrell Owens is not in the Hall of Fame yet because of his off-field actions, but he's definitely a Hall of Famer. I don't give a shit what they say. Terrell Owens not a Hall of Famer yet because his off-field. Like, what do you do in the field? So, but anyways,
Fair. Fair enough.
but yeah, he'll be a Hall of Famer one day. But I don't think first ballot. That's just my take. You guys can shit on me in the comments if you want. I don't care, but that's just my take. He'll be a Hall of Famer though. Hall of Famer for sure, certified.
Well,
And
if you're gonna come at Carson in the comments, you better come with the facts. All right.
like I said, he's never had over 100 yards. He's never had another over 100 catches in one year either. Never. The closest he's been was 96 catches in one year. It was the closest he was, and that's when he had 1,500 yards. But but he'll be a Hall of Famer. Don't get it wrong. But the next topic will be Max Crosby, obviously the star edge rusher for the Raiders, was initially traded to the Ravens for 2 first-round picks. Like I said, I thought the Raiders would trade him previously in the last video about the whole free agents or, what the Raiders would do to get some draft picks. And I thought they would trade him, and they ended up doing that. But after, some further testing with his physical and stuff, they ended up backing out of the trade because of his failed physical and stuff like that. But what's so funny with this is even though he failed that physical, all his, agents and doctors and shit, they're saying that he's gonna be ready by the season. So why even back out of that trade if you know he'll be healthy and ready to go by the season? I don't get that. That's kind of weird. Maybe they didn't want to give up the 2 first-round picks for him, maybe, but he's a star player. I think, and that's what they need for that Ravens defense because they lost some guys and they just need. I don't know. It's just weird, but
Well,
very interesting.
is what they did legal.
Like give out information about his failed physical
Well, do the Ravens do they deserve to get penalized by the league commissioner
for
for
backing out
this
of a
for
trade.
doing that? Yeah, essentially. I mean, that has that ever happened like this
Well,
before to this extent?
so before, like, so if there's guys who are injured, like who got injured before the season, and they're still like injured after the season, teams can do these physicals that way, and they're getting these guys going into next year that they're getting the guy who's gonna be ready for the season or ready right now. And I feel like they don't want to take the risk of a guy who's gonna get hurt or potentially down the road. He's not. I don't want to. Risk 2 first-round picks for a guy who could get potentially hurt again during the season. And like, what the fuck? But I don't know. I don't know why the Ravens did that though. That's kind of it's weird. I don't like it, but I
Well, the
mean,
Ravens they ended up getting that guy from Cincinnati, right?
they ended up signing him for like a 4-year. like up to $120 million. So I mean, you gotta feel bad for Joe Burrow, man. This guy is just gonna get fucking mauled next year. And you got TJ Watt, Miles Garrett, and then you got Henderson, who was your former teammate, now going against you.
That's always fun when you have like a trade within the same division like that.
Oh, I think Jamar Chase. There was a clip of him going like bananas. Like he goes, "You gotta be shitting me! Like you guys, we couldn't. You guys like in division rival Max Crosby going to the Ravens." And then he had another post today about him like he thought it was like April Fool's Day of Henderson going to the Ravens and shit like that. So he's pissed 'cause I think he wants Crosby. I think the Bengals are trying to go after Crosby too. But I mean, the Raiders are trying to make moves though.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
Raiders are making some improvements for sure on defense. That's what they have to do. They got two young linebackers there. They're gonna end up trading Crosby though at some point. It's gonna happen.
Wait,
They're
you
gonna
said
run.
the Raiders or the
Yeah,
Ravens making
Raiders. The
Raiders?
Raiders are
Okay.
making some moves for sure, but they're gonna trade Crosby and probably get. They're gonna. I mean, obviously they can get two first round picks for him because the Ravens obviously did that deal with him. So they can get two first round picks. I'm kind of hoping the Bucks get him. I think the Bucks need a pass rusher, man. If they can get Max Crosby, that changes the entire defense over there because the Bucks pass rush was fucking trash last year. Like they were terrible, awful. It was bad, dude. Like they're like, ugh, it was terrible. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll
But
see.
I don't know. I mean, he'd be on a contract for at least another 2 years, wherever he goes next, or another 3 years. So it's not like you're gonna get him for a year, and then you gotta sign him again or some shit because he signed that deal this
What was his
offseason.
injury?
I believe it was something with his knee or something like that. I don't know. It like I have to look at it again, but it was definitely something with his knee where he just couldn't. I don't know if he could put any weight on it or something like that. It was either knee or ankle. It was definitely a leg. It was a leg injury for sure. I know that for a fact. But he'd be a big piece. He's big. He's still young, but he's got the motor for sure. He's definitely a baller when it comes to like playing the run game and getting after the quarterback and stuff and sacks. He's just a physical, productive pass rusher. So you don't really come along too many guys like that in the league. There's only a handful of guys that are like that have the motor like him. But I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully the Bucks can get him. That'd be cool. That'd be nice.
So
Or
he tore a meniscus in his left knee.
yeah, that's what
That's
it
tough.
was. Yeah, I knew there was something with
That's
his
a tough
knee.
one.
I mean, I guess it's better than like Achilles or some shit. I'll tell you that.
I mean, it just depends on the extent of the tear
Yeah, they said
on
that.
all the ligaments. It just depends on the extent of the tear. Achilles would be a whole different story, though.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Yeah. I think they said that he'll be ready for the season, though, for sure. Training camp and stuff comes around. He should be ready to go. but yeah, we'll definitely have to see where he goes in the free agency. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's crazy. But, and then also, last part of it, obviously, I mean, speaking of Achilles, obviously, Daniel Jones tore his Achilles during the season. Watch that, and that's why the Colts season obviously collapsed when they started. I think they were 7-1, 8-1, ended up missing the playoffs, which is I know he got hurt and stuff, but that's still crazy to start out 7-1 or 8-1 and miss the playoffs in any football season. I think it's crazy. But he ends up signing
Yeah,
a 2 year. The Colts need a quarterback, and they're gonna keep Daniel
he's
Jones
coming.
for two. What's that?
Yeah,
two
he's coming
years.
back. Okay, good.
2 years worth about $100 million, which is I mean, it's up to it's 2 years, 88, but it can be worth up to 100 million with some incentives and shit like that. Think about it. Daniel Jones can get paid up to $50 million a year. What are we doing? What are we doing? I think he's a great fit
Hey,
for the Colts. I think he's a great fit for the Colts, but I don't know if I would pay fucking $44 million for Daniel Jones. I mean, the Seahawks are paying Sam Darnold $32 million a year in most Super Bowl. So
well,
sometimes you're better off
it's
just taking
almost
less money.
it's yeah. Well, you're basically betting on the unknown. Like Like, what if he didn't get hurt? Would the Colts have gotten,
I think they
further
they
or
they
even
they're a
made the
playoff team.
playoffs at all?
Playoff team
Yeah.
for sure. Because their defense was pretty solid. They ended up, adding, like, Sauce Gardner and other dudes with, they were playing well, obviously, but then just he got hurt and it's
Guaranteed. What's guaranteed in that 100 million?
let's
Five.
see. No, I just saw it and it's crazy. Let's see. He signed it today. Where is he at? Nothing says nothing's guaranteed. Uh, Hold on. Daniel Jones contract. I just saw it too. It's just driving me nuts. Guaranteed. 60 million guaranteed, and it's a $44 million signing bonus.
Who's his agent again?
Ooh.
You don't have to look that up, but that's him. That's amazing. Great job on the agent. Congrats to him. Congrats to
Shit,
both of them.
man. Yeah, so his incentives, I had the incentives right here too. $100,000 per win, and if playing 50% more of the snaps, he can, make about another $1.7 million on top of that or some shit, whatever. So whoever his agent is did a hell of a deal. About $44 million signing bonus, 60 million guaranteed. I mean, that's
Get that
honestly though.
deal coming off an Achilles tear. Jeez.
I mean,
Wow.
to be fair though, like who are the Colts gonna get though in like the market? I mean, not gonna go after guys like you're not. I mean, Kirk Cousins, but it's like I don't. Fuck that.
So it looks like they're trying to win. Like they're trying to win now.
Oh yeah, and then him with also with him, quarterback market too. It's like Kyle Murray's on the market, but he's gonna probably end up going to Minnesota, and could probably compete with JJ McCarthy there too. But
You mean 9?
it's so funny. It's such a full circle moment because the Vikings at one point last year they had McCarthy was hurt obviously, but they also had Sam Darnold and they had Daniel Jones as the backup quarterback. That was their quarterback room last year. Fucking crazy. And now one goes wins the Super Bowl because Sam Darnold won 14 games with that Vikings team last year. It's not like they were like shitty or anything. He won 14 games with that team. And then Daniel Jones comes out this year. He balls out. He's at some point he was one of the MVP favorites, and then he got hurt, and that was all she wrote after that.
It's a wrap.
Who? But I mean, if I'm a Colts fan, I'd be happy with this deal because I mean, who else are you gonna get unless you make a trade? But you don't wanna make a trade because I don't know if they have too many first round picks to give up for a quarterback or whatnot. I mean, you're not gonna go out and sign Tua.
I'll tell you, my bold prediction is I think the Falcons will win the division next year.
I mean, I don't think that's a bad take. It just depends on how Michael Penix plays. You know,
I think Tua was at he had some good years. He made the Pro Bowl, right? So I think it's
but
a
he also
system.
had Tyreek Hill in his and when he first got there, and then Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill
I
was like,
didn't like. I don't think the culture is right. I think the culture down in Miami kind of sucks right now. So obviously they got rid of their coach. They're kind of trying to figure out this franchise. Um,
yeah,
so
they're
I
the
think
Dolphins are in rebuild mode for sure.
yeah, for sure. So I think he's in a better place, and I think depending on how the system works for him, I think he's very similar. I mean, yeah, he's a left-handed quarterback, very similar to Penix. So I think he could work. Let's see.
I mean, we'll see who starts because they're both top 10 picks, respectfully, when they came out in the draft. I mean, Michael Penix was picked at 8. Tua was picked at, I think he's like fifth to Dolphins. So it's gonna be competition for sure. I mean,
Well, who's
because
who's being paid? Who's being paid more right now?
I mean, Michael Penix is getting paid more to play for the Falcons because he's on that rookie contract. I mean, Tua is getting paid by the Dolphins, and he's only signing like he's signed like a small deal with the Falcons because he's getting paid like $54 million from the Dolphins this year, which is
Well,
insane.
I would say essentially who's getting paid more will be the starter
I mean, like I said,
until they get hurt.
unless Michael Penix
Just
struggles,
sucks
then
then.
Tua will.
I
Yeah,
mean, I think Tua at one point in the season will ultimately be the starting quarterback. And it might just be because Penix got hurt because he's had some of the worst injuries.
yeah, it's been like that left knee. He's torn that ACL a couple times in that knee. I don't know what leg it
Hell
was,
yeah.
but
I remember
I don't
seeing
know.
that photo of him
It's
in a wheelchair with both his knees freaking ice bags on him.
I mean, we'll see because they got Stefanski coming in from Cleveland, new head coach. You know, I think he wants to. He's gonna end up starting the. I don't know. He might start Tua though. I mean, because with the experience, I don't know. Because Michael Penix, he missed some time last year too. I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be competition for sure though. But you got two left-handed quarterbacks on the team, which is that's rare air. I mean, I've never seen two left-handed quarterbacks on the same team as like the
I
top
think
two
it's just
quarterbacks.
funny. What's funny is just the quarterback rooms that Stefanski is coming from, like from Cleveland. Like yeah, he's like trying to make something out of nothing with two franchises right now, or try to with one. I don't think he was a good fit for Cleveland, anyways. It's always hard to find anyone to have a good fit with Cleveland, but I think Atlanta. We'll see. We'll see.
I think he'll do a good job there. I think he's got more talent there for sure in Atlanta, and he's in a easier division. I think when it comes to that division compared to like playing those guys, like the Ravens and the Steelers and the Bengals and stuff like that. I think playing against like I'm not saying the Bucks is an easy opponent, but playing against the Panthers are gonna be a good team next year too. But like they're definitely not the talent level of the other teams that he was playing the last couple of years when he was at Cleveland and stuff like that. And better, I think there's better coaches in that division as well, with like John Harbaugh, Mike Tomlin, and Taylor for the Bengals. I mean, so we'll see though. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
I might could put a division winner futures of the Falcons winning the NFC South. I wonder what the odds are on that. What to find out. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm taking those odds. I think the Falcons are
It's definitely
should be.
plus money for sure. I would say. We'll do a video down the road when everything's dead, like when everything's set and complete when it comes to these teams and the training camp and stuff like that. We'll do
Well, post
a few.
draft and everything like that. Yeah.
We'll do like a video down the road, like we'll do like division winners, like future division winners, and we'll have our picks. We might have different picks, but that'll be a fun little video that we can do down the road. Like we do like division winners and like AFC, NFC championship winners, and then Super Bowl picks. So that's the
And
video
bet
down the
money
road
on
though when
mine
everything's done.
picks. Bet money
Huh?
on my picks. Not bet money on my picks, not your shitty ass picks.
When was the last time you hit a parlay? I
Uh,
know I did. No, I did.
yeah,
I was
you
only a
did.
four legger,
I didn't
so
hit.
that's okay.
I didn't hit
It's fun.
shit.
Hey,
Hit nothing. I bet $5 parlays. Come on.
well, shit, that was $20 to win 1,300. That was a nice little payday that day. I remember that call too. That was hilarious. I was going crazy, but that went towards the car payments. Don't worry about it. But
Yeah,
I think that
I would have reinvested that and back into the app probably.
I left a little bit of money in there. I left like $200 or something like that, and then lost my ass after that. But that's all right. But yeah, that's I'm not gonna say football is one of the easier sports to bet, but it's definitely easier than like golf and like basketball and shit. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I won more in golf than football. Crazy.
Well, yeah, last year we did the U.S. Open. I picked the winner. That was kind of fun. I was at the hotel. It was funny. But anyways, that's a little short video today. Obviously, but it was fun. You guys will check it out. The video will probably be out probably like either tomorrow or Friday. I'm gonna say we'll go with Friday morning or Friday afternoon, but Could be tomorrow. We'll find out. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, comment down below, and we will see you guys in the next video.